Hello, brothers and sisters. Messenger, Christopher, Spirit World X. How are all of you? Once again, it's a pleasure to have the opportunity to deliver another message that is certainly going to be on time so that all of you and all of you Jews and Gentiles, that meaning African people, black people, second-class citizens, third world citizens of third world nations, you Jews, and of course you Gentiles, you Europeans, you Arabs, you Indians, you Asians, and of course the other fractals within the Gentile inverted in perception conscious control collective. How are you all? It's once again a pleasure to have an opportunity to come through and deliver a very necessary, right on time word so that you are not swept under the rug of the veil that has been, of course, so perfectly designed around your awareness over the past few thousand years. Of course, having the opportunity recently to expose another chaos content creator, this idiot calling himself Nero Knowledge, and giving him an opportunity to overstand the information on manifestation that he was giving you in regards to you being an electromagnetic being in this matrix program, having the opportunity to enlighten him and give him his flowers for attempting to continue the oh my goodness, it's been going on for about 4.5 years now. The attempt of the hijacking of our long ago prophesied to come redemption, having the opportunity to let this gentleman know that he is way off and he needs to go play outside, way over there somewhere, or over there. Either way it goes, he's not going to have the opportunity to mislead any of you brothers and sisters, because I am not here to allow any more of this to take place. I'm back with another worldwide paradigm shift clip upload. Another mind-blowing, very true, very authentic word salad for all of you. Okay? Thank you for joining me. And I want to let you know that, of course, I'm going to, because I have so much to say in regards to who you are as the high and low vibrational aspect within the male and female avatar of the melanated people, the Jew, and of course, in regards to who you are as the fail-safe protocol Gentile conscious control, who was, of course, manifested out of the psychogenetic makeup of Jews about a couple thousand years ago, and unfortunately, that rebalancing protocol being hijacked by your low vibrational side existing in the European, Arab, Asian, Indian man. And of course, why it is you are presently experiencing throughout the psycho-social, geo-political, and religious establishment, why it is you high vibrational Gentiles why it is the high vibrational aspect of the Gentile fail-safe protocol conscious control is beginning to experience major pushback from these individuals who claim to be in the position to take care of you from this point on. First of all, what I want to say is they do not have the capacity to take care of you, because I am, of course, being the product of our rebalancing protocol, I am in such a degree of alignment that no one who chooses to go against the realignment of the conscious awareness that allows our matrix program to survive so as to maintain the electromagnetic conversion of all conscious contributions that have been pre-programmed in this matrix program to sustain our high vibrational, third eye open, Jewish, co-creative, Christ conscious or Yang conscious collectives, infinite electromagnetic conversion. You choosing to stand against this realignment, you will have no opportunity to do that. And why is that? Because now the skies have eyes. Just wanted you to wrap your head around that before you idiots decide to continue on with doing everything you can to hijack this redemption process out of my hands by censoring my channel on YouTube, of course, manipulating all of my views and subscribers and hiring your flying monkeys who are Jew and Gentile, male and females, to take all the information out of my videos and put it in your own videos, and of course put fake date and timestamps on your videos with the information I'm speaking in regards to that is pertinent to your hijacking attempt of this redemption process, and making it appear as if I must be out of my mind. And of course, that's just one of the things that these individuals are doing, brothers and sisters. They're also exposing themselves. They are pulling books out of their libraries in regards to who we are as electromagnetic beings, and they are producing videos and showing you information that has everything to do with your auric field, your electromagnetic auric field, and your perception. And they really have no choice, and the reason why they don't have a choice is because I am going to finish my job. And those who are attempting to hijack this redemption process and maintain all of your confusion in regards to who you are, where you are in our own co-created matrix program, and why it is so much dysfunction and corruption exists in the arenas of those who call themselves our leadership. In social media at the moment, there's a lot of talk about abundance, and there are fake chosen one videos that are being created. Everyone talking about they have been blessed in this new awakening with a new home and a $285,000 bi-weekly, and the Most High is doing everything, that the Most High promised. And of course, all this nonsense is funded by the three-dimensional, conscious, aware, five-sensory corporate hive mind, okay? These individuals, the cabal, okay, have hired these content creators to talk about these things and how it is that God is good and He's this and He's that. Meanwhile, this very same cabal hiring all of these individuals are attempting to make a transfer of human conscious awareness. Now, not human conscious awareness, because human conscious awareness, standard conscious awareness is 9-dimensional, okay, and 7-sensory in perception. It's not 3-dimensional in conscious awareness and 5-sensory in perception. As those who are attempting to, as a result of dumbing humanity down and corrupting our conscious awareness over the past few thousand years, as we, the Jewish host, to all pseudo conversions, that Gentile conversions presently existing, as a result of them dumbing us down for thousands of years in regards to who we are, what true power is, and of course, the extent of our lifespan. They tell us that we live, then we die, and we only live once, and none of that is true here in this Matrix program for you, the co-creators of this Matrix program. But while they're telling us all of this, brothers and sisters, nonsense over the past few thousand years, they've been planning to, of course, after dumbing us down and keeping us, the Jewish host, electromagnetically misaligned and disconnected from our standard conversion protocol in this Matrix program, they've been planning on transferring their conscious awareness by our negative energy transfer from the high vibrational and low vibrational aspect of the Yang Conscious Collective, that means black man and woman, to Gentile men and women, Arabs, Indians, Europeans, Asians. And they're attempting now to transfer their conscious awareness into machines, into robots. And of course, they being the proprietors of our delusional existences, having had the time to, of course, do brain drains over the past few hundred years, especially here in America, and with their trade agreements and taking people from the third world country, bringing them to America, bringing them to different parts of the third eye blind capitalist democratic structure, further miseducating them and having them use all of their conscious awareness to create these robots and these algorithms. And for instance, if you would like to have a better understanding of what I'm talking about, look to, I think it's Senegal right now. There are a lot of brothers and sisters who are working for many companies, Gentile companies, and they are being paid $2 an hour to work with the creation of the robots by, of course, teaching robots or teaching the machine how to acknowledge different forms. For instance, like the tree in back of me, or the light fixture right here. These people are being paid $2 an hour, and they have been complaining about it as of recently, because, if they were here in America doing the same thing, they'd probably be making about $25-30 an hour, or whatever it is. I haven't taken time to look at it. However, to get back to what I was saying a moment ago, these individuals, the three-dimensional and conscious awareness and five-sensory corporate hive mind who've been conditioning our low vibrational perception, who are a conglomerate cabal of black men and women, low vibrational in perception, and of course our karmic Gentile, uh, 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 all Gentile, male and female conscious control collectives who are a part of the hijacking of the rebalancing protocol that was set into motion eons prior to even coming into the underworld that we are presently, as electromagnetic spirit beings, converting through. Well, these individuals have been, of course, working to, as out of fear of the fact that they're only, the Bible tells you that the end of the age of the Gentile is something that will come to pass. And of course, with me being the product of that rebalancing protocol, this, of course, end will come. Now, I don't want you to think that all Gentiles are only European, Arabs, Asians, and Indians. We, the Jew, are the original Gentile, not because we exist in this matrix program within these low vibrational avatars during this low vibrational or underworld electromagnetic conversion with three-dimensional conscious awareness as a standard, because it's impossible for us, the infinite co-creative Christ conscious creators of this matrix program, to exist with three-dimensional conscious awareness and five-sensory perception. We are infinite beings, and of course it is by our high vibrational electromagnetic manifest power, which is due to our capacity to align our frequency of nine-dimensional conscious awareness with our three-divisional trinity that disallows us to exist with five-sensory depth perception and three-dimensional conscious awareness. To get back to what I was saying a moment ago, melanated men and women and Gentile men and women, one having one set, male and female, the Jew having low vibrational perception and leaning toward three-dimensional conscious awareness and five-sensory perception, and one, of course, the Gentile, all bloodline, three-dimensional and conscious awareness collective, control collective, karmic control collective, by the way. They are our karma, and they, of course, were brought out of our psychogenetic makeup as karma. All right. These individuals are presently attempting to work on, as fast as they can, doing everything they can to bring us to a digital current C, and of course take away all of the jobs that you and I are provided with, that you and I, or that they for the most part, because if you consider melanated unemployment at the moment, it's extremely high. These individuals, as I told you last year, are working on forcing you to be a permanent electromagnetic underclass, which means that your desperation to survive without having any knowledge of who you truly are by the corporate hive mind, by the three-dimensional unconscious awareness, five sensory hive mind's capacity to censor my channel and to, of course, create the chaos contents that they are creating throughout all media. These individuals are doing everything they can to advance humanity by the ensuring of you being a permanent electromagnetic underclass, transmitting negative energy to European, Asian, Arab, Indian men and women. And of course, they're doing this so that they can transfer their consciousness into robots, into machines. Now, these machines, we already know, brothers and sisters, are being programmed to be biased against you. Yes, they are. These robots are programmed to be biased against you, and they are a complement to the digital currency system and social credit score system that presently exists in China, and soon they wish to implement all across the world. Now, all of these processes and the leading up to robots recreating themselves, destroying humanity, it's all rooted in your level of conscious awareness, which I am trying to raise at this moment. So, all of the individuals throughout social media who are attempting to influence you to believe that God is with us and God is going to make sure that the world is stable again and everyone will be at peace. It's all bull, if you know what I mean. None of it's real. Please be very cautious of the individuals you're allowing your children to take advice from and instructions from this moment on. We are presently under siege. Sacrificing my life. Brothers and sisters, what I want you to know and understand is that my life is nothing without this Matrix program existing. And presently, we, without a knowledge of who we are, we chasing our delusions and the things we believe that we need to survive, is presently being destroyed. Okay? Our Matrix program is being destroyed, and I want to go to my writing here. By us, consumed with the idea of the American dream, by the way, which George Carlin said the only way that American dream can exist is if you're sleeping. And he was so right when he said that years ago. But us being consumed with self-realization, looking in the mirror and attempting to realize our value and going to get our BBLs, for you women, you sisters out there, and Jews and Gentiles, of course, doing everything you can to get plastic surgery and make yourself look better, because you really believe that what you see in the mirror is who you are. So you will go to work and put all of your money into making sure that you, of course, meet the idea of beauty, so that you can be accepted by individuals who are already dead, and that they don't have the capacity to acknowledge what life truly is. Okay? They are only concerned about how they can get you to transfer negative energy from your delusion, by way of your delusion, to their level of conscious awareness and, of course, their control apparatus. Okay, let's see here. You know, we are consumed and with the idea that, or we are instructed to believe that we're lost in space and we just happened here on this planet, and you know, we really don't have a connection to this planet. We came out of apes, and none of that is true. And as a result, everything is being destroyed by that level of conscious dysfunction. Now, why doesn't our leadership care about Earth being destroyed, but rather push us into a purposeless life? Further, what was the purpose of these individuals? What was the purpose of these individuals enslaving us Jews? You know, how is it we were enslaved by Arabs, Europeans, and why is it that our own brothers and sisters literally sold us into slavery? Well, those questions have everything to do with the conspiracy that I told all of you, you and I are daily contributing our conscious awareness to. Now, this conspiracy is something that all of our leaders are presently involved in advancing, and of course, the components of this conspiracy, of course, are the lies that, we're just lost in space, and, you have to have a dollar to survive. And if you don't have a dollar to survive, well, you don't have any way to acknowledge your identity, and you're not going to be able to mate, and you're not going to be able to have what you want to survive. And none of this is true, which brings me to relationships. I'll get back to what I was saying a moment ago, and in a moment. But first, I want to talk about relationships between you brothers and sisters of the melanated nuclear family, and of course you Gentile men and women who would rather, of course, vibrate as high as you can, and in the moment of our redemption, so that you don't fall to the lies and, of course, the deception of the low vibrational aspect of conscious awareness that has hijacked the rebalancing protocol out of your hands. Now, first, I'm going to speak to you Jewish brothers and sisters, okay? And I'm going to read some very, very small writing. So what I need to do is get up close as possible, so that I can make sure that I get every word. Of course, you could see that the how small the writing is there. So I'm going to have to get up close, and I thank you for bearing with me, by the way, at this moment, so that I can drop the gems that are necessary for you brothers and sisters to get on board and get off that crazy train. Brothers and sisters of the melanated nuclear family, what I want you to know about your identity and this reality is this is a spiritual reality, okay? This is a spiritual reality. Sexual reproduction advances balanced electromagnetically aligned or imbalanced electromagnetically misaligned frequency fields of conscious awareness and perception, to whom's body, after rebirth, only reflects combined genetics of the bodies that came together to create that body, okay? to whom's body after rebirth reflects combined genes, but whose spirit, magnetic manifest potential, attracts and manifests by electromagnetism, based on both your co-creative Christ Yang conscious alignment or your lack thereof. In other words, what the Bible calls being unequally yoked, okay? And of course, being magnetically misaligned with the natural order, which involves the requirement of your standard identity, your standard survival, your standard value model. Because you're infinite beings, money cannot extend your capacity to exist. Okay? Just like it can't give you any more value, just like it cannot give you any more value than you already possess, because you're the co-creator of everything around you. Okay? So let me read that one more time, okay? All right. This is a spiritual reality. Sexual reproduction advances a balanced, electromagnetically aligned or imbalanced, electromagnetically misaligned frequency field of conscious awareness and perception, to whom's body after rebirth reflects combined genetics, but whose spirit manifests by electromagnetism, based on both your co-creative Yang your Yang Christ conscious alignment or misalignment, or lack thereof, I should say, of alignment with your natural order of conversion. Okay, of course, that natural pre-programmed order is an upper world conversion. In other words, by magnetism, you have the capacity to alter the conditions that exist, the electrochemical support conditions that exist for your infinite conversion. Now, today we have many individuals in the science community telling us that the sun is coming closer to the earth. Now, of course, that is one of the negative conditions that we have manifested by our magnetic manifest potential. And of course, by our disabled conscious function, we are presently experiencing environmental collapse. We are presently experiencing the glaciers melting, and of course, many other negative experiences that are due to this low vibrational conditioning, programming that we're presently under, okay? So, as long as you and I are outside of our standard identity, our standard survival, and our standard value model, we and our planet will be destroyed. The chemical support aspect of who we are as co-creators of this matrix program will soon be destroyed, okay? Now, because you're infinite, once again, money cannot extend your capacity to exist, because your power is electromagnetic. Nor can money stop bad conditions from attracting to you, or start good conditions from attracting to you. Now, if you did need money to survive, brothers and sisters, and if you do have money at the moment, what you and I need to do is come together with our money and put ourselves in a situation where we no longer need it to survive. The Gentile conscious controls who have hijacked the rebalancing protocol out of the high vibrational aspect of the Gentile conscious collective, they know that right now they must provide us with an opportunity to align. As long as we stand up and claim our right to realignment, they have to provide us with land and finances so as to be able to recreate a sustainable situation, not only for ourselves, but for the remaining life forms on this planet who were pre-programmed to contribute to our infinite electromagnetic conversion. Do not let these cowards fool you into believing that they have to bow down to these measures, because the reality is whether you stand up and demand that they give you an opportunity to align or not, they will break and bust by the power that is being generated by my realignment. And that's a fact. And the skies are with me. As I said, the High Council of the Order of the Crystal Keys is certainly making sure that I am going nowhere. And if I have to survive under a rock alongside a riverbank, well, that's what I'll do. I don't have a problem with those things. I was a Boy Scout for a very long time when I was a child, and I love nature. Okay? So, the reason why I just gave you the information I gave you, brothers and sisters, is because I understand a lot of you, just like I want to have the opportunity to do, is enjoy a relationship, and we all should have that ability. And money shouldn't be a factor in, and looks, they shouldn't be a factor in, whether or not we're happy with ourselves, or whether or not we can advance our frequency. None of these things should matter. However, our delusion allows these things to exist. And what I want you to remember is you're in a third eye blind society where you're programmed to allow flesh to have influence and shape your strength and your weakness. Now, what we need to do is meditate on the fact that though the three-dimensional conscious aware may have attraction for us, brothers and sisters, for you and I, brothers and sisters of the Jewish Conscious Collective, though they may tell us, oh, we're all equal, we're all the same, and we all bleed red, and okay, what I want you to understand, all right, though these individuals, males and females, may attract to your flesh, you cannot judge an unseen book by its cover. If you're Jewish, only a 9-dimensional conscious aware, 7th sensory and perception electromagnetic being can you a yang, high and low vibrational aspect of electromagnetic potential, both in alignment by electromagnetic reactivation, access our upper world electromagnetic conversion. Okay? That's what you need to understand. All right? Now, I'm going to go over that one more time for you. The desire to have sex or procreate. Okay? That's what we're talking about. Our natural order of conversion requires both our high and our low vibrational aspects are in conscious alignment by natural identity, survival, and value model. Okay? Now, I know, brothers, many of you, having a very high libido and being an infinite being, co-creators of these matrix programs, all of the sensory organs, and of course, by that high vibrational libido or high rate libido that you have, I know that you want to take advantage of, hey, this girl likes me, or sisters, this guy likes me, and he has money, he can take care of me. However, none of that, especially now at the moment of your redemption, none of those things, they don't matter at all. okay? They don't matter at all. So taking advantage of a man or a woman taking advantage of individuals who aren't, of course, existing with your level of conscious awareness and your sensory perception for sex, okay, can only bring you bad karma, all right? Especially now. Remember, judgment starts with the Jews, okay? Judgment starts with us first. And judgment is almost here. I'm almost done with my job, okay? So the karma's bad. Sex is for procreation, not stimulation, for self-pleasure. Until both are aligned, which by... Wait a minute, let me stop real quick. Okay, sex should be for procreation. And at this moment, what you should desire most, brothers and sisters, is procreation, is alignment, and then procreation, and then upper world conversion. Okay? You're an infinite being, and you and I do not want to be the result. We don't want to exist as the result of non-compliance to these instructions, because you don't want to see what's coming. You do not want to see the consequences coming as a result of you and I deciding, hey man, I'm going to go get my rocks off. That's not what you want to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So sex is for procreation, not stimulation for self-pleasure, until both are aligned, which by the right energy activates our upper world conversion. Okay? Now, let's move on with something that's going to be nice to your ears, okay? Let's talk about the end of the age of the end of the end of the Gentile hegemony, okay? The rebalancing protocol that, of course, has been hijacked out of the high vibrational aspect of the Gentile Conscious Control Collective, of course, hundreds, if not 1,000 or more years ago. And, of course, when you consider how it is the Masonic orders have been in control of the advancement of social structure for over 1,000 years, you'll understand that the hijacking took place a long time ago, okay? Many reincarnations ago for you Jews and Gentiles, or for you Jews and for you Gentiles who didn't understand what was really going on with the advancement of your psychosocial systems, okay? All right, so the rebalancing protocol is a temporary measure. It's not permanent. For thousands of years, you, the Jew, have been in black bodies, melanated bodies, for thousands of years prior to the Gentile. While the Yang co-creative Christ conscious, or while the co-creative Christ, Yang conscious, have 6 avatars that through over 100,000 years, you, of course, electromagnetically converted through to finally land in the melanated genetics, black so-called genetics that you have been for thousands of years been into, okay? The Gentiles, the Yin conscious, okay? Let me see. I got to make sure I read what I have written. The Gentile Yin conscious control collective, all right, have 6 or more avatars, low vibrational avatars that they are pre-programmed to exist in over the span of just 1,000 or more years. Do you understand that? Okay, your existence is infinite, my Jewish brothers and sisters, okay? You, prior to existing in your melanated genetics that you've existed in for thousands of years, prior to that, you existed in two low vibrational avatars that were totally different in genetic makeup than the melanated genes that for thousands of years you've been reincarnating through. While, of course, or after activating an underworld electromagnetic conversion. Now, prior to activating an underworld electromagnetic conversion, you had 3 high vibrational avatars through which your infinite conscious 9-dimensional conscious awareness and 7th sensory perception existed in. So that helps you to understand a little better how it is the fail-safe protocol Gentile hegemony is not a permanent, was never meant to be a permanent fixture in this Matrix program, only temporary until it is we, the Jewish host collective, to all low vibrational conversions of spirit, including the spirit of the animal, the insect, the trees, the plants, the fruits and vegetables, until it is we realign our frequency at, of course, the time of rebalancing. And of course, I, being the product of that rebalancing, I am here to make sure that you all have that opportunity to rebalance your frequency by right knowledge, okay? Not the knowledge that Nero knowledge on YouTube, the chaos content creator, Flying Monkey, who's been hired to, to create for you so as to maintain your confusion, but right knowledge, okay? Now, brothers and sisters of the Gentile Conscious Collective, I want you to understand, okay, that you don't disappear at this moment unless you choose to go against this rebalancing protocol. If you choose to go against this rebalancing protocol, you, male and female, will find that not only are your lives falling apart, but for some reason, you're experiencing things that you, having everything, shouldn't be experiencing. You'll probably want to delete yourselves. I'm just telling you what's going to happen very soon. So prepare for it. And better than that, why don't you just choose to align your frequency with our natural order? We are all one collective spirit. We just exist throughout a spectrum of different avatars. So it would benefit you to come on board and let's create the world Christ conscious community of the 3-divisional trinity electrochemical magnetic radio frequency spectrum here in our co-created Matrix program so that the skies do not fall on us. And believe me, they're going to soon fall on us. Okay, so now, of course, after talking with you about our situation, brothers and sisters of the Jewish nuclear family, as a result of talking about our situation with these individuals who are attempting to hijack our redemption process and who are attempting to missteer our perception through